आप स्टॉप शेयरिंग करिए सर जी. गुड.
Good evening. Namaskar. Welcome to BSHF webinar Series 1, Talk-12. I would like to invite organizer Dr. Brahma Singh, Padma Singh Awardee Chairman, BSHF New Delhi. Please, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Shiv. You are assisting BSHF in delivering webinars smoothly, nicely, on time. Dear friends, Namaste and Merry Christmas. On behalf of BSHF and my own behalf, I welcome the speaker and moderator today and wish you all again Merry Christmas. Some of you may be knowing that BSHF was established last year in November 2019 at Delhi. Professor Brahma Singh Horticulture Foundation is disseminating and demonstrating modern horticulture science and technology by organizing webinars such as vegetables for nutrition and entrepreneurship with an objective of horticulture and human health development in the country or in the globe. The foundation is organizing webinars during corona pandemic both on vegetables and flowers to meet the objective I just stated. In the present series, 11 topics mainly on nutrition and entrepreneurship of vegetables have been covered with appreciation from viewers. Eminent speakers have delivered comprehensive talks full of information on nutrition in vegetable crops and entrepreneurship. BSHF is being obliged by topmost experts on the subject with great interest and dedication in delivering their fruitful talks. BSHF simply salute them and their decades-long vast knowledge and experience on the important subject. We are trying to disseminate knowledge for the benefit of society and students community. Friends, today talk number 12 is on home gardening, the way forward to be safe and healthy. The importance of topic can hardly be overemphasized during corona pandemic. Besides, home gardens are also known as nutrition garden. Homegrown vegetables are not only free of pesticides, are safe, but being fresh and considered rather they are more nutritive. Today, the speaker is an experienced vegetable scientist with global reputation. He is Dr. Madan Lal Chadha, Chairman, Madan Chadha Safe Healthy Vegetable Foundation Hisar, Haryana. He is speaking now or will be speaking now from Canada. He would be introduced by Dr. Pritam Kalia, former emeritus scientist, head Division of Vegetable Science, Indian Council of Agriculture Research Rafi Ahmed Kidwai Awardee, and the moderator to this webinar. Viewers, online questions are welcome. Now, I request Dr. Pritam Kalia to introduce the speaker and progress the proceedings of this webinar. Dr. Pritam Kalia, please.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am privileged to introduce today's very learned speaker, Professor ML Chadha. Professor Chadha is a renowned international scientist having 45 years of experience in the discipline of horticulture, who had his PhD in horticulture vegetable breeding from Punjab Agriculture University, Ludhiana. Professor Chadha had his postdoctorate research in vegetable breeding at Hanover University in West Germany. He has been fellow of National Academy of Agriculture Sciences, and he has been founder fellow and life member of Indian Academy of Horticultural Sciences. He is also fellow of Indian Society of Vegetable Science. Recently, he has completed his assignment as consultant World Bank and also served Haryana Farmers Commission for 2 years. He is presently, as also has been mentioned by the chairman, Dr. Brahm Singh ji, that Professor Chadha is chairman, Madan Chadha Safe Healthy Vegetable Foundation, with its headquarters at Hisar in Haryana. Professor Chadha has served as founder director of World Vegetable Center, Regional Center for South Africa at ICAR campus, Hyderabad, for 5 years. And he has also been the director of the World Vegetable Center, Regional Center for Africa, for almost a decade. He was the team leader of World Vegetable Center USAID project at Dhaka, Bangladesh. He is also known for coordinating and networking vegetable research and home garden programs at the international level in about 30 countries of Africa and 8 in South Asia, such as Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, Pakistan, Maldives, and Sri Lanka. Prior to his joining as World Vegetable Center, Professor Chadha served for 17 years in India in the improvement of vegetable crops, seed production, and home gardening. He joined Punjab Agriculture University, Ludhiana in 1974 as assistant vegetable botanist, and then rose to the level of director at PAU Regional Research and Seed Multiplication Center. And thereafter, he moved to the headquarters as vegetable botanist and team leader in the Department of Vegetable Crops. And thereafter, he became senior vegetable breeder professor in the same department for quite long period of time. Professor Chadha developed in his contribution to the science of vegetable, he developed 5 open pollinated and hybrid 2 hybrid varieties in brinjal and 4 in case of onion. A new technique to save brinjal from nematodes through grafting with resistant wild species Solanum tuberosum, Solanum torvum. a new technique for raising kharif crop of onion through bulb and bulb set technique was developed by him. He extended, and then in case of carrots, a method for early differentiation of male sterile and male fertile plants at bud stage was detected by him. He developed and disseminated techniques to grow summer tomato in Bangladesh, initiated and strengthened the research work on indigenous vegetables, home garden, and capacity building of NARS partners in South Asia. He has also developed the home garden modules and promoted to over 68,000 families in Bangladesh and over 1 lakh families in India. Professor Chadha contributed to vegetable R&D and home garden programs, entitled him with a number of national and international awards, including Rafi Ahmed Kidwai Memorial Award, the most prestigious award of agriculture research in India, World Vegetable Center Merit Award. He has also been a recipient of continuously for the year 99, 2000, 2002, and the International Society of Horticulture Science Medal and certificate in recognition of meritorious services to the society in 2006. In the year 2007, Professor Chadha received a certificate of scientific achievements in recognition of significant contribution in promoting mung bean R&D in Bangladesh. He was also felicitated for the contributions made towards vegetable research and development in India during 2010. He was also awarded IAHS Shiva Shakti Lifetime Achievement Award in 2015 and All India Kitchen Garden Association prestigious 2020 gold medal. He has the credit of guiding more than 10 PhD and MSc students to complete their degree. Dr. Chadha has, to his credit, more than 200 publications. So Professor Chadha is worldwide known, worldwide traveled, and served in Asia as well as Africa. Significantly contribution that he has made, and today we have the honor to listen to him, that the home gardening aspect, which is very dear to him, and based on that he has made foundation also, and he is through that foundation also contributing significantly. It's our honor, and viewers would be happy and would be benefited from the long experience that Professor Chadha has in this field, and not standing for a long time between the viewers and the speaker. I therefore invite Professor Chadha to take the floor and deliver his lecture. Professor Chadha, please.
Can everybody hear
Yes, sir.
me? Thank you, Dr. Kalia and Dr. Brahma Singh. The good morning from Canada, where it is 7:30 in the morning, and good evening in
Yes,
India.
sir.
Today, the topic which I am going to discuss is very close to my heart. I have worked on this subject more than 45 years, and almost about 38 countries of the world, I have been spreading this home garden message and trying to see that how people can take advantage. At this present moment, self-grown things are very important. Home gardening is one of the things. Because of this COVID-19 epidemic, we have to be very safe, and we have to know that things should be safe and healthy, whatever it reaches to us. So I'll take up today's topic, which is home gardening, the way forward to be safe and healthy. When we look home garden, it's an easy way to grow your own food. Actually, majority of households are engaged already in some level of gardening or lawn care. Some do it for beautiful flower. You may be doing it for lush green grass or fresh fruit and vegetables. Actually, growing food is another way to make your garden climate friendly. We can recycle a lot of things, recycle of Mayavas, and this can be used in our home garden. And we can get fresher and better tasting homegrown produce, which is otherwise very difficult to get. We get satisfaction of growing our own food, vegetable and fruits. It gives physical exercise when we work in our own garden. We get aesthetic purposes, peace, quiet, and we get connection to nature. What mostly we grow and eat from our home garden, we all know. But we in home garden, we cannot grow long-term fruits, but we can grow some of the quick-growing fruits like lemon, papaya, guava, banana on the corner of home garden when we make modules. Actually, in leafy vegetable, we have all type of leafy vegetable, but we use mostly indigenous amaranth, Malabar spinach, bathu, cholai, kale, lettuce, choke, spinach, fenugreek, and kangkong. These are very easy and very quick growing vegetables. Under fruit and flower vegetable, we include a lot of like bitter gourd, hot and sweet pepper, loofah, cucumber, eggplant, broccoli, cauliflower, all cole crops, okra, ivy gourd. Then we have cooker beets like pumpkin, snake gourd, round melon, and solanaceous crop like tomato, wax gourd, jerkin, and zucchini. We also include in our home garden bulb crops and root crops and tuber crops. Usually bulbs, consist of layer of cluster segment in onion, garlic, and shallot. Tuber, when we grow them underground, and their example are sweet potato, yam, and taro. Roots are long taproot system in case of asparagus, kohlrabi, beetroot, carrot, cassava, radish, and turnip. So all these crops we can easily grow in our home garden, and we have also potted vegetable like black-eyed pea, faba bean, drumstick, dolichos bean, French bean, pea, lima bean, moth bean, mung bean, rice bean, runner bean, soy bean, sword bean, velvet bean, wing bean, yardlong bean. So I have given you a long list because we need to have that, see that which choice of vegetable we want to grow in our home garden. Actually, my concern here is when I talking safe and healthy, look what we get from market when our plate is ready. Only I'll take brinjal example. We are allowed actually only 0.48% part per million. But what we are having in brinjal when we are analyzing and survey, 860%. Similarly, in case of cabbage, instead of 3.91, we are finding 95%. Similarly, in okra, we are allowed is 0.31, but we have 55% when we have a survey. In banana, 0.515, and we are getting 54. And then actually, we are in brinjal, we are getting a lot of heptachloroin, and then we are in cabbage, cypermethrin problem, then also in okra, cypermethrin. In banana, we are having chlorodane problem, and then when we are having cauliflower, aldrin is very much found. It's about almost 320%. In apple, we find dopavas, which is about 140% more than the allowed things. Because of this, we are getting a lot of problem. We have nervous system problem, we have cancer problem, we have having liver problem, we have a lot of diseases and insect problem. So this is something I would like to bring to your notice, that in our plate, we are loaded with pesticides. if you see apple, how much vaccine is done worldwide. Yeah, I'm just trying to show you on one of the fruit how you can find wax, which is not also very good. So we need to see sure that we are not taking wax or eating directly. When I say nutrition program, some points we need to consider. Actually, we are getting adequate nutrition is necessary, we are sure, for good health and functionality. And what we need ability to remain and how to be safe, we need to follow good food safety practices. And we need tips for using all that fresh produce. Look into nutrition program. And when we are looking at next, we really need to wash fruit and vegetable, just our first point to the safety, so that we can reduce the chance of getting sick from foodborne illness. One must wash the fruit and vegetable you grow in your home garden before eating them raw or cooked. We have seen people are eating from the outside. When you go to market, even we take it one carrot and just start tasting. All this we have to be very careful. These are poisonous. We need to be sure, bring it home and then carefully wash it. Okay. We need to wash ourselves before and after preparing fresh food. Wash your hands for 20 seconds with warm water and soap. We used to practice before, although with COVID-19, we have started advocating washing hands frequently. And this is again 20 seconds, which we are recommending now. So also for good food safety practices, we recommend that when we prepare our vegetable, before starting, we should wash our hand for 20 seconds with warm water. After harvesting, it's time to clean them. Let's make sure that area for handling fruit and vegetable is clean, including the kitchen counter and any kitchenware that may be used. Water is the leading option when washing produce. That is the most easy. It is well established that white distilled vinegar, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar can be slightly more effective than just plain tap water for washing homegrown produce. Especially this is true in leafy greens, in salad and floral greens such as broccoli, cauliflower. And sometimes even we can make this solution at home. To make a vinegar solution at home, mix half cup of white distilled vinegar with 2 cups of water. Spray the vegetable with this solution or dip them in it and then re-rinse the produce under clean water. Rarely or sometimes there is a chance that using these alternatives may affect a little bit of taste and texture. How to store? Actually, after washing and drying, then we store most fruit and vegetable in a clean refrigerator at 40 degrees or below in perforated bags to help maintain quality. Again, perforated bags can be made at home by making several small holes in a food-grade plastic bag with a sharp object. So it's very simple to make, and we can put in them and our vegetable can remain fresh in fridge for a long time. Next. Sometimes we have hard fruits. We need to remove the outer layer of leafy produce before washing. And the outer leaves can be actually, in case of when we say cabbage, it's good to remove outer leaves because under outer leaf, bacteria can be conceived. So it's better to remove that and then wash before using. For produce which is thick like such as melon, there is a special brush, vegetable brush, and we can clean that with the help of brush. There are produce with nooks and crannies like cauliflower, broccoli, or lettuce. These should be soaked for 1 to 2 minutes in cold, clean water. These things people may be knowing, but it's very important to do it cleaning and washing. Then we all know that fruits and vegetables provide many essential nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, fiber, and other substances that are important for good health. And fruits and vegetables help to maintain a healthy heart, a lower risk of certain types of cancer, eyes health, a strong immune system, and help combat malnutrition in all the forms, our memory and mental function, healthy teeth and gums. Most fruits and vegetables are naturally low in fat and calories and are filling so that they can help to avoid our weight gain. So to keep a healthy body, they are very important. So to remain healthy, it's important to consume enough of certain nutrients, including the mineral, calcium, and potassium, the vitamin A and C, and fiber. I have shown in the picture, use a lot of colorful vegetable to make a salad. Use low-fat salad dressing. Some people are using a lot of dressing. Please make sure that dressing are low-fat. I am giving you a little picture of nutrition-rich crops. They should not be very sophisticated crop. Even indigenous, our local vegetable have a lot of nutrient. When we look vitamin A, more than 2,000 international unit. They are available in amaranth, a very indigenous traditional vegetable, Malabar spinach, kale, kangkong, lettuce, carrot. And vitamin B more than 17 milligram available in legumes, taro, horseradish, leaves. Horseradish leaves have more vitamin B and banana. Vitamin C more than 20 milligram, amaranth, Malabar spinach, cabbage, kale, kangkong, bitter gourd, lemon, guava, papaya. And calcium more than 20 milligram is available in amaranth, spinach, cabbage, kale, kangkong, lettuce, mustard bean, onion, turnip, soybean, papaya. Iron more than 3 milligram, amaranth, spinach, kangkong, lettuce, chilies. Similarly, phosphorus is available in spinach, beans, lettuce, onion, tomatoes, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower. Iodine, sometimes we find where to get iodine in only in salt. No, we can iodize salt, but these are vegetables which have iodine. Onion, okra, asparagus. I will give a couple of also minerals and vitamins. Calcium actually is needed, very important, maintain strong bones and teeth, help muscles and blood vessel contract and expand, helps to send messages through nervous system. And vegetables are very rich in that. I have already shown a couple of photos here. Similarly, potassium may lower blood pressure, may reduce the risk of developing kidney stone, helps to decrease bone loss. So we have to look which vegetable have what, so we can start using more in our diet. When we look into vitamin C, actually this helps to heal cuts and wounds, keeps teeth and gums healthy, helps to absorb iron. Similarly, fiber-rich food helps prevent constipation and maintain bowel health, helps to maintain a healthy weight, helps lower your risk of diabetes and heart attack. Apple, for example, is a very good fruit. Tomato is very good for vitamin C. I further show you a little bit, give you an introduction. Fruits and vegetables are also good source of phytochemical. You may be thinking, what are phytochemicals? These are the substances in plant foods that are not essential nutrients like and minerals, vitamins, but they may have healthy promoting properties. may help reduce the risk of heart disease and certain type of cancers. Some are responsible for flavor, aroma, and color of fruits and vegetables. So include a rainbow of color in your diet in the form of variety of fruits and vegetables to get an abundance of phytochemicals. Phytochemicals are very important. Now we go into a little bit how we should eat, how many serving of fruits and vegetables are recommended. Actually, our 1/2 to 2 cups of fruit per day is important, 2 to 2.5 cups of vegetable per day. When we are making our plate, if it should have half your plate should be with fruit and vegetable, and then with something grain product and protein, dairy product. So we need to have balanced food, and it has a 50% role. Fruit and vegetable should be in our plate. Coming to the subject now, home gardening, an area around the home where different vegetables and fruits are grown throughout the year to meet family nutritional requirement. They produce vegetables which are free from toxin pesticide. Cultivation of diverse vegetables for year-round availability. Production primarily for consumption. Use of low-cost inputs and indigenous varieties, reducing dependence on exotic and imported varieties. This is managed by family, wife, husband, children. So this is really what we are in home garden. Here, when we go into the design, home garden is really a science, and if you do properly, it can give you a lot of benefits. First, we need to think of designing home garden, and our design should be based on growing safe, healthy vegetable, rich in vitamin A, protein, iron, and iodine, according to family choice. We should ensure year-round supply of vegetable. It should not be one season we get glut and then we don't get vegetable. So we grow such a way, design in such a way so that we can get vegetable throughout the year. And our model, which I am going to make here, is able to provide good vegetable around 250 to 300 kg per year, which will be enough for 4 to 5 member family. Model must meet 100% of carotene, beta carotene, vitamin C requirement. And it can meet 3/4 of your protein and 1/4 or 1/5 of iron requirement. One thing more I want to tell you here, by growing in a small area, our national yield of vegetable is still around 12 to 15 ton per hectare. But when we are growing in a module, I have seen we can get yield up to 69 ton per hectare against only 12 to 15 ton, which you can think already 4.5 times more yield we can get from this new design. So planning is very important. We use common vegetable grown in the season. Do not expect miracle from this model, I always say, but we have to be very patient because every good thing takes a little work. Don't hesitate to ask expert or search online for information. We also need to know before you plant location, soil types, fencing, garden layout, types of crops, sowing time, rotation of crops, layout blueprint, planting method and requirement, anticipated pest and diseases control. Very important thing is what we have, selection of a plot. Where is your plot? Plot is already where is your house and what is available. We can go into half meter to 10 into 10 meter. So availability is the main question. Depends upon family members. How many family members are going to eat those vegetables? For a 4 to 5 family, start small, 6 into 6 meter or more. We should start with 10 to 15 vegetables in each season. That will be enough to give a variety of food. Most seed packs plant a 15 row per plot. So we need to see small seed packets. Garden layout. This is the layout which I will try to teach here. That when we have we'll take example of 6 by 6 meter. You can have 4 by 4 meter. We can plan and adjust accordingly. Here in 6 and 6 meter, I have made 5 blocks. You can see different color blocks here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in between white is water channel. And we have made 6 plots equal to 3 by 1 meter, and then we have 6 plot 2 by 1 meter. This is what total 12 subplot we have for growing vegetables or fruits. Making sowing plan, we need to know varieties grown, crop arrangement, time in garden, time of planting, cropping season. Very important to know that what we have. It's very important to know seasons. Actually, when we look into the seasons, we have, I will be concentrating mostly on North India, but I have all the modules, South, East, anywhere, and you can prepare model for any of the site, and the procedure and principle will be the same. So first you have to list the vegetables which are available or you want to grow. Here I have categorized them: summer, rainy, winter, round the year crops. So in summer you can see what crops can be. It can be cucurbits, it can be tomato, solanaceous crop, it can be French bean or okra, amaranth, leafy vegetable. Similarly, rainy season we have also all type of crops. So we can select only and we can make a list before making a plan. Similarly, for winter crops, we have a lot of vegetable available and it's more easy season to grow. Then we have round the year crops, which is tomato, calocasia, poppy, eggplant, amaranth, spinach, okra, hot pepper, sweet pepper, kangkong, basela. So this is just giving you a list, but you can list your own vegetable when you are planning your design. Here I have now to show you a little technical crop selection. For North India model, I have set the for crops. For example, we'll have first crop, follow-up crop third. If I have bottle gourd June to December, then follow-up crop in the same plot, I have onion from January to May. Similarly, radish if I have July, September, then we have garlic October, April, then lettuce May to June. So all crop have been adjusted according to 1, 2, or 3 crops. Now I will make garden blueprint. So you take a paper and start making a blueprint of your garden. It's the same thing which I have in the last slide. Here I have put in the plot so that you have very easy understanding what I'm saying. See first plot where I have put June to December bottle gourd and then January to May onion. So if you look into this, your first plot already 1 year program is there. Similarly, second we have, and then we have third where we can put coriander, very small 1 to 1. We don't need more coriander. So this is just how you have to adjust your vegetable in the plot. Very easy way. This model I have developed photographically. So you can frame it after making, you can put it in your kitchen, you can see what vegetables are available. This is a wonderful way how you can have a nice painting in the kitchen of vegetables, which can also give you direction of your home garden. That's prediction, and each vegetable have its season, so you need to easily know what vegetable is there. Many of the household wife may not be aware of anything, but with this, it will be very easy for them to teach them. So this, if you see carefully, all vegetables have been adjusted, and this you can have year-round vegetable, and this will be available from this 6x6. We have harvested almost 300 kg of vegetable in a year. How to get a quality start in home garden? We need to have variety selection, which should be reliable and adapted. And then productive with desirable quality, resistant to major diseases and insect, open pollinated or hybrids. We should see that how best we should procure the seed and its availability. Seed procurement, seed may be also cutting, rhizome, bulb or tuber, fresh seed. They should be free from infection and contamination with good vigor and germination capacity. Purchase from reliable source. Don't take it from anywhere. Here, one very important thing I have to give, that is when we are putting in the model, this will again, I have adjusted according to model. The 3x1 plot when we are growing French bean, this sowing time is only 1. Spacing is 13 to 25 centimeter. Plants per plant, we have to adjust it 66. What is our seed requirement? I have calculated here so that you should know how much quantity of seeds you need to require. So in case of beans, we need 50 grams. In case of onion, we need only 2 grams. In case of capsicum, only 0.5 grams. And in long melon, we need 1 gram. Cucumber also 1 gram. Basala, we need 10 gram. Similarly, radish, we need 10 gram. And then we need, for carrots, only 1 gram. And so quantity of seed needed is very, very little. Similarly, I have covered the other crops also. All the crop chart has been given so that no problem comes to the home gardener to know how much seed is required. And if you are going for cutting, I have also given in mint how many cutting, 100 cutting you can use. So very little quantity, 1 to 10 or 100 cutting. These are the need of the home gardeners. Next, please. One of the most important thing which we need to see in home garden bed preparations, soil should be friable, free from crust formation, disease organism. We must grow on raised bed, and they should be 20 centimeter height. Row should be with proper crop planting distance. Next thing which I want to make it clear that when we should transplant, when we are growing nursery in some are direct sowing, some are nursery sowing. So we need to have tomato, eggplant, pepper, we should have transplanting stage when they are 3 to 6 open true leaves and stem height is about 10 to 15 centimeter. In case of cold crops, 4 to 5 true leaves, and they should be 3 to 5 weeks old. Then they are ready for transplanting. For irrigation, although with fountain we can irrigate small areas, but in these days, there are very nice systems for small home garden, bucket and drum kit technology. Irrigation can be from safe water source, home wastewater, a possible small drip irrigation facility. This bucket one is very good to give 25 to 125 square meter, and the cost is very minimum 500 rupees. Similarly, in drum, when we have little more area, 125 to 500 square meter, and that price is about 3,000 rupees. We can try this system also if we have space and place. Okay. For fertilizer management at home, we are only using decomposed organic we should use, and fertilizer must be mixed in well soil before sowing. We should know that high nutrition crops are leafy vegetable, high phosphorus crops are pod and fruit vegetable, and high potassium crops are root crops. There are certain crops which are soil building, are good for soil. They are broad beans, lima beans, snap beans, peas, and soybeans. We should not use poisonous chemical in home garden. We should use very much mechanical method, catching or breaking or cleaning the plants. So weed plants should be removed. There are plants that are growing out of place. So many insects, we should see that how we can best control without using chemical. Diseases, fungi, bacteria, virus, nematodes also attack. So we should see how we can control them easily at home with the organic products. There are factors to consider while selecting the garden. They are very important. They are sunlight, nearness to the house, water, soil, good air drainage, shelter. We must have sunlight, at least 6 hours of direct sunlight. It's better if we have 8 to 10 hours is the ideal. So we have to have the site where sunlight is enough. Away from the shade building, trees and shrub. Best location of the plot is sloping a little to south or east, catches sunlight early and hold it late. Some leafy vegetables like spinach, mint, and lettuce tolerate shadier conditions, so we can grow them in shade. We should see that our site should be nearness to the house so that we can have closer to home garden, easier and more frequent to use, harvest vegetable at their peak, and thus take minimum advantages of the garden freshness. Then weeding, watering, insect disease control can be better managed if the garden is close by. Similarly, it's easy to give water if the source is nearby. Soil, also a rich, sandy, light loam soil is the best. Avoid any soil that remains soggy after rain. Heavy clay and sand soil can be improved by adding organic matter. When we are saying nearness to house, it has a lot of advantage. Closer to home, easier and more frequent to use it. Harvest vegetable at their peak and thus take maximum advantage of the garden fresh. And then essential to locate the garden near a water source. Water as per need of the crop. Avoid over and under watering. Very good air drainage should be there. Avoid locating the garden in waterlogged. Similarly, shelter, because sometimes it's very windy, we can put some crops which can help as windbreak. Shape of the garden again important. We should have either square or see that rectangular. These both the shapes are very easy to work. Now another very important factor for home garden is climate. And what is the growing season during the home garden when we are saying? Actually, its length of time and area can give plants the condition they need to reach maturity and produce a crop. Here, the factor important are temperature. Both high and low affect growth, flowering, pollination, and development of fruits. Ideal temperature between 4 to 30 degrees centigrade for the home garden. Rainfall is also very important. Too much not good. A constant rain is also sometimes not good for flowering, can reduce pollination. Too little is also not good. So we should have optimum level of rainfall. Day length is another important factor. Long day plants are there, short day plants are there, day neutral plants are there. So we have to look into the requirement, which crop we are growing, and the need for flower initiative. More than 12 hours for long day, less than 12 hours short day, and day neutral. They don't have any effect of the day length. Now we go into the business types of home garden. We have home nutritive kitchen garden, hanging vertical garden, container terrace garden, roof garden, hydroponics. Home garden can be fixed or scattered, depending upon the area available. If the land is scattered near the house, this can be scattered. If this line is one piece, then fixed. Hanging and vertical garden, actually, the idea of taking vegetable that is their natural site may tend to sprawl, but on the ground, but providing a support, we can make them grow vertically. Advantages we know can be use of unusable space and garden. Growing vegetable upright makes it easier to harvest, and we get really aesthetic sense of the garden. Next. Now, what choice of vegetables we can have in our garden? Vegetables that can do well in vertical garden include climbing plants like beans and peas, tomatoes, especially cherry. Non-traditional choices of vertical garden are vining plants such as melon, squash, cucumber, and pumpkin. Actually, vertical garden is a perfect way to urban gardening when we are saying urban, because you enjoy a bountiful harvest of freshly grown vegetable without taking up their already limited space. So you can grow on the wall, you can grow in the bag, many choices. Then we go to container garden. Container garden really helps save space. Garden indoors or in patio, create an area of peace and tranquility. It really enhances the diet with fresh vegetable and herbs. Actually, we can move the pots in more or less sunlight according to the availability, water more efficiently by increasing or decreasing the drainage. Lack of space for people living in apartment condos, therefore do not grow a vegetable. This is one of the choice. Containers can be placed in sidewalks, patio, window boxes, porches, and balconies. Our main concentration is choosing a proper container, using a good soil mix, variety selection, planting and spacing requirement, fertilizing, watering, and providing 5 hours or more of full sun. Actually, container made of clay, wood, plastic, or ceramic, wooden barrel, decorative boxes, plastic garbage can, anything can be used in laundry box. Square, rectangular, circular container work equally well. Dark color containers are avoided as they absorb heat and could damage the plant roots. So should have adequate number of holes in the bottom for proper drainage. We can use soil mix growing media. Best to use are the commercial potting mixture which are available, and they are very light and without soil. Some good media mixture or container vegetable can be 100% compost, 100% soilless mix, 25% garden soil plus 75% compost, 25% soil mix, 25% garden soil, 25% garden soil plus 75% soil mix, 50% soil mix, and 50% compost. So we should have the soilless compost media, which is very light. Varieties for container, again, according to the choice, most herbs, they can be fit into 6-inch pot, container 1 gallon, 2 gallon, according to the size of the, as beetroot, lettuce, they can be in 1 gallon, then tomato can be in 2 gallon, and cucumber can be in 4 to 5 gallons. Next, please. My advocacy is that when we are growing container garden, we should have these 6 air purifying house plants. One is bamboo palm, snake plant, erica palm, spider plant, peace lily, and gerbera. They are really very good in removing formaldehyde and act as natural humidifier for general air cleanliness, removing carbon monoxide and other toxin or impurities. Please use these pots, keep them inside your house. Next, I'll take roof gardening. Most residential buildings in India cities have available roof. But how do you build beds that will be watertight, enough to keep wet earth from sweeping through the roof while still allowing drainage? Very difficult sometimes. The rooftop gardening should be lightweight as proper drainage. Before you begin roof garden, this is a warning that there are few considerations to take into account, and they are very important. The first step is to evaluate your roof loading capacity. This is the amount of weight your roof structure can support and include everything: planter boxes, soil, possible water storage, weight of the crops. So one thing which I want to say is always check with your structural engineer or any roof load issue so that you can know that roof is safe to put roof garden. Look into that. It's not easy. We have to make 6 layers, which are not, I have exposed them, but they are very thin. First layer is roof, then waterproof barrier, then drainage, then filtration, then growing media, then vegetation. So you have to fulfill these if you want to have roof garden. So avoid plants with thin stems in roof garden. Ideal crops for roof garden should be durable, capable of resisting wind and other inclement conditions. Choose low-growing plants like carrots, beets, turnip, lettuce, spinach, some varieties of climbing beans. Now I will take you to the very technical and some high-tech intervention of home garden, which is hydroponic, which land is not necessary, no hazard from continuous cropping. Produce is chemical-free, the growth period is shortened, a higher yield and better quality. So we can have home garden hydroponic. Hydroponic is a method of growing plants using mineral nutrition without soil. And for homes, a non-circulating hydroponic system for small gardener. For commercial, for hectares and hectares, actually circulating type and self-control or auto-control hydroponics are there. Next. I will quickly go through how you can make home garden hydroponic. The first step is there is a container for nutrient solution. Almost any kind of shape of container can be used. This which we are taking is styrofoam, which holds the temperature of nutrient solution. Actually, nutrient solution is nothing. You have to take nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. It's a very little, 0.5, 0.2, 0.09, and then calcium 0.19 and magnesium 0.49 per liter of solution. So it's very easy to make. The other point is to begin the box for planting. Fill it with about 3/4 full of nutrient solution. Then you have to follow a couple of steps. Then prepare the pots actually and place a piece of netting on the bottom of the pot. This helps prevent the seedling media from coming out and separating the root system. It also helps to update oxygen and so fill the pot about 3/4 full of seedling medium. It is also possible to plant large root plants such as onion or radishes. In this case, you can use net trays rather than pots. See the pot, then place the pots into the perforated lid of the box. So box has a lid which has holes and pot can be fit into that. Check them to make sure that the pots are placed so that the solution is 2 to 3 centimeters above the bottom of the each pot. You see they are wet. When I have blown upside down of the pot, you can see the solution is touching up to 2 to 3 centimeter. Now put the seed in the pot and cover lightly with more smoked rice hull. Remember to cover the box with plastic netting to prevent it from rain. And then if it is rain, this plastic net is to cover to see that insects are not attacking. Then we can cover from rain with plastic net. Then we leave the plants to grow with little or no care. Before too long, harvest the plant, vegetable, and enjoy. They are healthy and disease insect chemical free, and everybody can benefit from this. This is a very, very good, when you have no space, you can put hydroponic home garden. Basic requirement of hydroponic are light, that oxygen nutrient ratio. In hydroponic system, sunlight is not always option. Artificial horticulture light can be used. Similarly, we make oxygen maintain a healthy root system and allows the plant to absorb nutrient. The hydroponic system, the water medium through which nutrient and oxygen are fed to the roots. Therefore, the roots should be kept moist, not soaked. The growing media is composed of inert mineral matter, thus avoid soil-borne problems. Similarly, pH is very important, but luckily common tap water has 6 to 6.5 pH. Temperature 4 to 29 degrees fine. Air proper ventilation is essential and recommended for a lush hydroponic vegetable garden. Water quality, as I told you, tap water is just fine. Excessive salinity or hygiene content could be harmful. These days, modern hydroponic and upcoming modern home hydroponic, you can fit inside as a decorative pieces. We can also have window hydroponic. We can also have roof hydroponic, so that we can have free insecticide, pesticide free at our roofs. Days to first harvest will be very important, because many of the home gardeners don't know when to harvest. Right from amaranth, we see 30 to 40 days, to asparagus 2 years. So every crop has, similarly when we look into tomato, 65 to 100 days. So onions 90 to 100 days. I will not go one by one, but this is the need to know, approximate that when our crops will be ready. Harvesting facts, I'll discuss that. Harvest early in the day. Day, dry and cool weather is best. Improper temperature, drying, mechanical injury, these are the facts which reduce the quality. Premature harvest reduces amount of the flavor component. Late harvest may result in fibrous, less tender bran and bitter crop. In case of tomato, I'll give special example of a couple of crops. Once fully colored, it will be in the prime eating stage for about a week. Overripe fruits become mushy and lose flavor. Actually, never refrigerate tomato, won't fully develop flavor after harvest. Wrap unripe fruit in a paper. Similarly, in eggplant, harvest 25 to 40 days after flowering, and harvest hot paper when they are dry, harvest immature, then green paper. Similarly, I will not give details. Okra 1 week after flowering should be harvested and should see that fruits are tender. When we break the tip of the okra, this is actually immediately broken into two. Similarly, garden peas, harvest 3 weeks after full bloom. Cucumber, harvest slicing cucumber when they are 6 to 8 inches. And then oversized should not be harvested. Bitter gourd should be harvested 10 to 15 days after pollination. bottle gourd after 7 to 10 days, pumpkin after 2 to 4 days. Similarly, melon should be at full slip, and watermelon should be to determine when the harvest it becomes white to creamy yellow, which is the portion touching the ground. Lettuce can be harvested at the time of thinning of full leaves. Actually, it should be washed only before using. Harvest reduce head by cutting. Remove any damaged leaf. All leafy vegetable harvest 30 to 40 days after planting, 5 to 7 leaves per plant. Then cole crops harvest when curds are compact and rounded. Cabbage harvest when heads are firm. Broccoli harvest when heads are firm. Carrots and radishes harvest when they are sweet before the radish can be harvested at the time of thinning 2 times and then fully ripe. Garlic and onion is also harvested when 2/3 of the top are brown. Similarly, I will now give you that home garden are also very great physical activity. I just give you an idea. I have worked on it and calculated a great low impact exercise. Doctor suggests 30 to 60 minutes of low moderate intensity physical activity per day for a healthy heart and weight. Typically, calories burned when we work 30 minutes in our garden. Watering the lawn, 61 calories. Mowing, push mower, 243. Trimming shower, shrubs, 182. Raking, 162. Planting seedling, 162. Planting trees, 182. Weeding, 182. And digging, spading, tilling, 202 calories per 30 minutes you can really burn. This is a very good exercise right at home. And it is also very good for mental, emotional, and social well-being. Can be an escape from stress and an ideal place for relaxation. Cheapest, healthiest. Family works together and ties strengthen. Saves money by using your own things. Provide a link to nature and a sense of satisfaction for receiving the direct benefit of hard work. This is what home garden gives. So before I say that we from home garden, we get better food, better health, better living, all these the home garden offers in abundance. Although it's true, fruit and vegetable are nutritious and delicious, I will request grow and eat more and more vegetable and fruits and stay safe and healthy during this time. Thank you very much, MacChef. Extend our partnership is awareness, and we give awareness against pesticide resistance abuse affecting consumer health, encouraging safe and healthy veggie. Thank you very much. You can write us. You can take help of Madan Chadha Safe Healthy Vegetable Foundation for any of your home garden problem. Thank you very much.
Dr. Chadha Sahab, from the core of my heart, I appreciate and congratulate you. I will come little later. First, Dr. Kalia has to moderate your talk, which is complete, exhaustive, and covers almost every aspect of not only home garden, but the vegetable science and technology. Dr. Kalia, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sorry, Dr. Kalia. Shiv, Mr. C, if some questions
Yes,
are
I'm
there, after
trying
that we can
to
take
catch.
up. Yes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Kalia, sir.
Thank you, Professor Chadha, for a very nice, informative, exhaustive talk on the very important subject, home gardening. I'm sure that viewers must have been benefited with this type of talk that Professor Chadha very nicely tell people how to go about it, what are the advantages. And Professor Chadha has completely given the overall overview picture of home gardening right from its advantages, which is very important in today's world, when people are more obsessed with the market food they get, they are always scared that they must be getting a lot of pesticide load, that if the crop has been commercially grown by the growers, spraying a lot of pesticides and using a lot of chemical fertilizers. In that sense, and as the society has become more literate, they always look forward to manage their health through their diet. So, in that context, home gardening has a lot of role to play, and we have had very nice explanation of all kinds of vegetables, how they can be grown, what are different types of gardens, and where the garden can be located, whether it's in the rural area or in the urban area. I mean, all aspects has been covered in detail, and all our viewers, whether they are in the located in the rural areas, and they always look forward. Many newcomers are there in this sector, in agriculture sector, who doesn't know, and they always look forward for information. And in that context, this talk has been very beneficial worldwide, and especially from Southeast Asia, where we are located in, and giving all sort of tips of nutrition, that how you can manage your nutrition, how you can balance your diet, get maximum nutrients, whether it's vitamins, minerals, how we can compose our diet to stay healthy, and get pesticide free vegetables from your home garden, whether it's in a on the back side of your house, on the roof side of your house, or with the newest technology where there is no provision of the land, you can go for hydroponics. Professor Chadha has very nicely in detail given how we can go about, and also that many times the urban growers look forward that how much seed we require, we have this much, that much. That sort of thing has also been to attend those sort of consumers and growers, how much seed you require for smaller area, for the containers, that sort of thing has worked out by Dr. Chadha. As I explained in the beginning while introducing, that Professor Chadha has very closeness to home gardens, and he always talks about this and keeps on bringing new aspects. As from the design point of view, very nicely one can hang those picture based plots in the kitchen itself, and manage their next season sowing, which type of vegetables are going into the following plots. That's really wonderful. So pre-planning of the kitchen garden, that what is next in the containers or pots, that sort of thing has been explained wonderfully well. And also finally, that when to harvest, which is also very important. It's all scientific, in scientific basis. Professor Chadha has prepared his talk, which has all science behind, and that's how you can harvest maximum output or produce from your growing the whatever crop you are growing, and different types of crops, whether it's leafy vegetables or root vegetables, how you go about it, that thing has been explained. And I think all stratas of consumers or growers must have been benefited from this type of thing, and they're all questions that emerged into their mind must have been attended automatically. And the harvest point, I mentioned that if it's overgrowing, then also you lose various nutrients, off flavor starts coming up. And so timely harvest is very important, which has been highlighted very nicely. And then after harvest, how you can store it in fridge for a day or two, or for a week, your produce to get maximum flavors at the time of consumption. So I think the the talk has been very beneficial, and from the nutrition point of view, this is the thing which is required in today's world. And I profusely thank Professor Chadha on behalf of the viewers and the BSHF organization, that for having given us time, and while he is away from his native place to, of course, that is also a native place where he is with his children. That's very nice, but still that he has acceded to our request to deliver a talk, and time gap is so much that early in the morning he has to get up and get ready for those things. So we really wholeheartedly thank Professor Chadha for having given us time and educated the viewers and us so nicely. Thank you very much, Dr. Chadha Saab. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Kalia.
Thank you, Dr. Pritam Kalia. I think Dr. Chadha has not left anything which can be questioned. There is no question except the appreciation, appreciation, appreciation throughout. So I congratulate Dr. Chadha for giving such a talk. Before closing, I would like to add something which I feel I should be shared, though he has not left anything. He has covered almost everything with the vegetable crops. But friends, I say this home garden, kitchen garden, roof garden, vertical garden, indoor garden, uh, this hydroponic garden, what all he has talked about. These are all practical thing and a best source unknowingly for children education, for
Yes.
education of the children. These days in urban areas, if you talk to the children from where the food is coming, most of them do not know. Most of them do not identify the plant of those vegetables which they are using or the fruit they are enjoying. So this kitchen garden, different names, what I have called that Dr. Chadda has covered, they are a source of education. And I was very happy when Dr. Chadda made a mention of drumstick. Drumstick, is full of nutrient. World over, different product in different forms, tablet, etc. Is leaves tablet and other things now. They are there. So you can have most of the thing in your kitchen garden. You should have a will to have it. Even in your kitchen, as he has said, even on your dining table, he has said, you can have the hydroponic setup and enjoy the seedling. Very simple one. Once you put the seedling and the nutrient medium, then you have to enjoy the crop, and crop very healthy, free of pesticides. I liked the way he started. He cautioned everybody that the vegetables are fruits. They are loaded, unfortunately, with pesticides. So, how to take care of that? How to use them? He started with that before going straightway to the production of uh, vegetables or the kitchen gardens. And Dr. Chadha, though he has covered enough, but I must say he laid emphasis in his talk these three important elements which the world is facing the deficiency: vitamin A, then iron, and iodine. And I was happy when he mentioned that you can have vitamin A from such and such vegetable or fruit. You can have iron from such and such vegetable, the iodine rich vegetables. I was very happy when he was making mention of that. So my request to the viewers, please see his presentation. It will be available on YouTube and other platforms for I think few days there, and later on from somewhere else. Please have a copy of it and refer, because you can't remember all the things what Dr. Chadha has told. Particularly the freshers can't keep it, or the learners or the students can't keep everything or know it. So you have to refer Dr. Chadha's talk time and again. And I'm very happy on behalf of BSHF and my own personal behalf, from the bottom of my heart, I thank Dr. ML Chadha for such a illustrative presentation this evening. this morning, according to Canadian climate or his place from where he has delivered the talk. With these words, I once again thank Dr. Chadha, Dr. Pritam Kalia, and Mr. Shiv, who is always playing a good role. With these words, I say bye bye, whether it is a good day or good night.
Thank you, Dr. Brahma.
Thanks.
थैंक यू सर चड्डा साहब कब आएंगे घर
अभी थोड़ा सा नॉर्मल हो रहे फ्लाइट्स
अच्छा जी ठीक है
फ्लाइट्स आर स्टिल नॉट रेगुलर
yes sir it's not regular my son also used to come and he is just waiting that he's delaying
that too everybody is waiting